cars, computer games or anything.
Right, we've gone live.
Just keep it as it is.
It's just gone live.
Hello everyone.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh well.
Who's them strange people in there?
Who was that with you?
Oh?
And we're live.
What do you mean, with him?
There was a man.
Like
with
a spooky
thing to his
person.
face, with your face.
Oh,
A man, what?
Right, we're live then.
we are live.
Can we have
Oh.
everybody run it then?
I will be round in 2 secs.
Keep everyone on track.
Mm. Yes.
I'll let
Right,
the governor
screw it.
explain why we're late.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my fault.
Oh,
Totally.
he's in charge.
Totally and completely my fault. I accept all responsibilities for that. Right. Right, good evening one and all. Welcome to the Christmassy edition of Ask a Medium. We're not all looking very festive tonight.
You should have said you're all
I
jumpers.
didn't realise.
No, it's just anyway. Yeah, apologies for the lateness. That is totally my fault. I got my weeks mixed up. I thought I was doing it next week. I was doing it this week. Yeah, I've had boat notwithstanding. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But the lock broke on my motorbike, so I had to go and sort a new one out very quickly. And some invoicing needs sorting out for DJ work because I've had extra work this weekend. So yeah, it's all been a bit of a fly on the seat of your pants time, I suppose. It's a good job Christmas is only once a year. Yeah.
That's why everyone's so happy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should be at least 3 times.
I was about to say that
Mm.
three
Every
times a year.
quarter.
Every quarter.
Every
Yeah.
quarter.
Every
So
3
4
months.
times a year.
Every
So,
3 months.
Every 3
Christmas.
months.
Before Christmas, mother Christmas.
Son Christmas, daughter
Children
Christmas.
Christmases.
Is it?
Celebrate the
Grandparents.
family. Celebrate the family for 1 week every 3 months.
Okay.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, so yeah, here we are. We're all here tonight. Yeah, if you want to ask any questions, we've got some topics we're going to discuss. Also, if we could have an audio check as well, that would be grand. It all went quiet.
If anyone's there, let us know they can hear
Yeah,
us.
if anyone's here, just let us know if our audio sounds okay. I've just tried a slightly different thing. I'm using my remote mics or radio mics and plugged in my shotgun in. Oh, okay. I thought that was a live chat then. This was just a message.
I think there is. I've got to scroll down. One sec.
Okay.
You need to an iPad on your lap to connect to it.
A cordless mouse, like what I got.
Yes, I should have a call this mouse. But one sec.
It's not on the knee.
Yeah, it might save you getting up and down.
There we go.
Yeah, Cordy, is there no haunted abandoned buildings where you live?
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, thank you, Julie.
Do you want
There's some stuff around here, but it's the trouble is with the UK. It's not like the US where buildings have just been left for years and years and years. Like,
We got lucky with the Malden house, didn't we?
yeah, we did get
Abandoned
lucky with Malden House. I don't know if you've got anything. I can't think of anything around here.
Nothing.
There's,
No.
trying to Eastwood, there's a abandoned shops. My friend was telling me the other day. So you've got KFC, Progress Road.
Yeah.
Come back, you know where the BP garage is?
Yes.
Go down that road, the side, literally on that corner.
Is that Pound Lane?
No, that's
No,
that's
no.
further up. So whatever that, and then go round.
Thank you, Julie.
I don't know what the
Not
road
bad house lane.
No, so you've got the BP garage there,
Mm.
and then that goes down to the 127, doesn't it? And you've got
Oh,
KFC.
yeah.
So,
Dorset's Road.
no, that's further up.
Thank you.
So
I
where the
don't know.
BP garage is,
Thank you,
down
David.
that bit.
Yeah. I'll have to go
Right.
and
There's some abandoned shops.
I'll get a chance tomorrow. I'll have a quick nose when I finish work.
Block
Yeah.
Factory.
There's got to be some abandoned churches as well. I mean, a few derelict churches.
Well,
Right up,
We know of there's one. Actually, well, technically two, because you've got well, the church is live up Sutton Road,
Yeah.
but the building next to it has been
Oh, that's what used to be my old Sunday school.
Yeah.
Right down.
yeah. So there's that, and
The
then
church
there's
is
the
private.
yeah.
It's private.
And you've
garage.
got like Priory Park, Priory in the Priory Park. You've got there are a few places you
Yeah,
can
South
go.
Churchill Gardens.
South
And,
Church,
yeah.
yeah, South Church Hall.
They're not abandoned, are they?
No,
no,
they're
You
under
have to ask
heritage.
if you wanna go in there.
You've got
Yeah.
the museum. I mean,
Yeah.
you could always walk in there and say, you know, like ask them. But
Yeah.
that's an old building.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a
we'd be
house.
something for it in January.
It's pretty tough in this area because we've got nothing that's abandoned. Because
Yeah.
obviously, as soon as it's
It
abandoned,
gets redeveloped.
it gets redeveloped straight away,
Yeah.
like the old hospital.
Yeah.
Mm.
These shops though apparently have been left like that for years.
Oh, okay.
Is it Woodside?
Mm.
Yeah, I know what
Before
you
you
mean.
get onto the 127,
Yeah,
coming down that way, and then you've got like the KFC sort of along and opposite kind of thing.
Mm.
And you've got the BP garage, and there's a road that turns left just before you go down to the 127.
Mm.
You follow that all the way around somewhere.
Isn't there an abandoned house on Ashington Road? As you go down towards on Ashington, on the left-hand side, I'm sure there's a house. It's got scaffolding boards around it. It's been there as long as I've been down.
Probably.
That's
Just
not
past the
hello, Jake.
Where's that?
Hey, Jake,
Hi, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
where's Candy? She all right?
I'll have to have a nose to take a little diversion tomorrow on my way back
Yeah.
from work, and I'll have a nose. Yeah, I'll tell you something. She's next. Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant, mate.
Hello, Candy.
Hello, Candy. Happy Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a Saturday night. I worked. I don't normally do Saturdays, but it was for a good friend of mine, and he sends me work if he can't do it. And it was at the Terrace Bar in town.
Oh, okay, that's along from where I said about the Royal Hotel.
Uh,
Oh,
That's
French to
what
go over the cliffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
No, it's
the,
on. It's in the.
It's up the other end.
You know where the sunrooms is?
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
Right. If you're in the car park and you go down to sort of the end, and you've got the sunrooms on
Not
the
where the
left.
shrubbery used to be.
It might have been. You've got the sunrooms. If you're in the car park, you'll have the sunrooms there, and the back of Baker's will be there. The terrace bar is there. You'll be facing it, or you'll be facing the back of it.
I was actually thinking the one on the actual conservation area that overlooks the cliffs.
I know the one you're
That's
thinking.
a
Yeah,
sports bar,
The one
isn't
where
it?
Lorraine had
It's a
a.
sports
it was
bar.
sports bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Well, I was in there Saturday and chatting because Donna Merle's doing a psychic night in there on Wednesday.
Oh, Donna Morrow.
Yeah. I'm going to book a ticket for it.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
meal and that. And I haven't seen Donna for a long time.
Plenty of it.
Who is she?
She's a medium.
Oh, great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. The last time I saw her was we used to do a Thursday lunch club with just a bunch of us. We used to get together and go to different places for lunches. That's how I know Donna. I know she'd done the psychic stuff then, but obviously I wasn't.
What's that, Jake?
He wants to know who owns the Railway Hotel. It's been abandoned for ages.
Which one?
The old pub, the Railway
Yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah, but there's two, isn't there? There's one up
No,
there.
it's-
The
Yeah.
old one with the old creepy sign
Just
that's
up from
rings.
Well, the one near the football ground, is that?
No,
Yeah,
no,
No,
that's
the
that's
Railway
different.
Hotel is opposite on Clifftown Road, opposite the station.
Oh, right, opposite Southend Central.
on the
There's
corner.
one by Pretty Station as well.
Yeah, that
That's
one's
It's
good pick there.
opposite
No, that one's live.
It's
That one's
all, it's
live.
all painted dark, really dark grey or black.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know because I'd love to go in there because we used to have a branch meetings in on the railway. We used to have branch meetings in there, and upstairs is creepy as hell.
Mm.
So if that's abandoned, I'd love to find
It's
out
not
around that. Yeah, you're right on that, Jake.
Because you own it.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get it redeveloped and get funding.
Yeah, so but we can
Well,
get
it's
in
a
there.
pub,
It's
But,
not
redeveloped.
abandoned.
no, but if it's closed down and it's not being used at the moment because they're waiting for redevelopment, if we could get in there just to do a live with maybe a collab with Paranormal Wanna Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can work out who owns it and ask for permission to go in there for one night,
My
Yeah.
friend used to work in there. When it was
that'd be a
last
good
night.
idea.
I used to go upstairs and pirate the old ground.
Do you do Ouija boards? We don't. No. I do have a spirit board. I personally don't use it. I don't feel the need to. I basically carry it with me for when I do the Ghost Hunter tours, so that the guests that we have with Ghost Hunter tours can use it. But I personally don't, and but none of these guys.
I mean, we've got Daster and Pendulum and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and now Rudy's Ring. So we've got plenty of
And the Rudy
communication.
ring.
We've got plenty of communication devices to do
yours?
it. So
The Rudy ring. Well, yeah, that's mine, but
Oh.
we've called it the Rudy ring.
Oh,
So
why?
Rudy thought of it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay,
So
sorry.
I introduced it into the group. So
Yeah.
It's a Rudy ring.
Jake,
Yeah, it's the Rudy Ring.
if it's the same place I'm thinking in Clifftown Road, when I was on the railway, we used to do our branch meetings there, and we used to do it upstairs, and it was eerie as hell because you'd hear so much noises, creaks and doors moving. It was unbelievable creepy. So yeah, I agree with you on that. It is really creepy in there.
I can tell you about 3 things about that pub. Not its history, but I did a birthday party in there for someone on that first floor, and was playing Follow the Leader. Because
Yeah, that's the one, Jake. Clifftown Road.
Yeah, Follow the Leader. Yeah, because it was a lot of the people at that party were Adventure Island crew, or either current or former or both. But they used to do this dance, and there was all lopping around in unison, and all of a sudden some of the floorboards just went.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and
Was
so
anyone hurt?
no, it was all right. But the guy come up and he was emergency wood stapled to the
Emergency wood.
emergency wood. Yeah, he put this emergency wood in.
Instead of having emergency
Generally,
chairs on hand.
Any
Yeah.
buildings around there are all very old.
Mm.
So
It's
they've
a
got to
conservation
be-
area. You look at the buildings going down that road behind it. They're all 3-tier with basements.
They've got to be all a little bit sort of.
Well, yeah, there
Well,
would,
for
there would be. I
little
mean,
people, wouldn't
that section of Southend reminds me a lot of the architecture in London.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would have been built around the same time.
The old Bishopsgate
Yeah.
area and all that.
Yeah,
Have you? Is there a park? There's a park there somewhere.
there is. Yeah, so
Yeah, the
you got
bowling
a square.
green.
Yeah. 'Cause
You've
that's-
got the bowling
Yeah.
green, then
Yeah.
you've got another green.
Yeah.
Rips, is it?
Hello, Neil.
Hello,
Neil.
Neil.
No, we started
No,
late
we've
tonight.
literally just
'cause,
started.
we literally just started like
Yeah.
5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I got here late. I was tied up with a couple of things.
So you haven't missed anything, Neil?
No,
I think when it was before Fred's. I know it was actually a shop.
but the other things with that pub, I did know one of the landlady. I did know a landlady.
Railway.
Yeah.
Both my friend and her sister used to work in there.
I knew a
Casey.
Joe.
Casey and what's her sister's name? I think one of her sisters was gone. But she used to work in there a few years back.
Yeah.
I'll still see her. I can ask her.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Try it. Yeah.
We used to have loads of do's in there when it was railway stuff and all that. But then they started bringing in the grunge music, the very heavy metal
That's
Yeah.
music.
probably when Casey was there.
And probably, I know it's, I remember hearing people saying.
Yeah, we need to find out who owns the place.
So yeah, that'd be a
Yeah.
good idea if we can find out who owns that and maybe do a collab
We do
together.
joint investigation
Yeah, glad, yeah.
with Paranormal to Go and us.
I'm sure.
Hello, Ray.
It's owned by
Good to see you,
somebody.
mate. Are you sorted it out, have you? The missus has agreed to it. Yeah, it was the land. I know the Joe. I know it's had other landlords and landladies, but the one I knew was a lady called Joe. I used to share a flat with her.
They might have worked for her.
I could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done. She is sadly no longer with us. But that was one thing, and the other was. Did you do a deal? And the other thing was where the flat I used to live in. The guy that owns the flat, he got some money from one of his parents passing, and he was looking to he was asked about investing into the railway, and he was contemplating it, but I think he's got cold feet.
I think
Because
there
it's
was
a
a
lot-
collective group of trying
Yeah.
to get funding to regenerate it again.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
last I heard, but that was a while ago, so I'm assuming, I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, he spends most of his time out of the country, so.
Yeah. She might know though, she might know who owned it. Because they own the, I don't know what it's called now, going place opposite where H&V used to be. On the corner of that pub. It's not pub now. Is it the Aristocrat? What used to be the
Oh,
Aristocrat?
yeah.
What's there now? They run that. My friend that used to work.
When can Jack Holmes and Mike Sneaky Stone?
Whoa.
Oh, well
hello.
done.
Okay,
Hello.
good evening.
Good evening. Same to you as well.
I've got my phone on. I'll turn mine off.
Yeah, because you're right near the
Yeah.
trigger.
That's a good question. I don't. I mean, no one knows that Jack's.
Oh, I just had a message. That might be what's.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know if Jack's signing on disclosure and if he has, how long it'll be for.
75 years probably.
It could be, yeah. So we're talking another,
Going for, yeah.
probably talking another couple of years before Jack can talk. As for Mickey Still, it's anyone's guess. I've not heard anything about his parole hearing because that was supposed to reach. That was supposed to be concluded last month. So yeah, we don't know if that's gone through or not. But if he does get released, I would imagine Mickey's got an NDA as well. George Jarvis School. Okay. Oh yeah, David.
He's doing RF Davidstone. That rings a bell, and I'm trying to think what that is.
What?
Davidstone. RF Davidstone.
RF Davidstone.
Is that the one in Norfolk, Jake? Or am I thinking of something different? It just rings a bell.
What did we do? RAF Master.
Oh, we did
Marston.
Manston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cornwall, right.
Right.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
Well, that'd be a bit of a
It's
trick.
better out the way, mate.
And George Jarvis
It's not
School.
very local.
That sounds familiar as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Manston. God, that was.
We did RAF Manston with the Ghost Hunter tours. That was exciting.
Yeah, done. Had a good night there.
That was a good, really good night.
Yeah, and yeah, we nearly didn't go, did we?
No, we got locked in somewhere else.
Yeah, we got locked into Manston
Hi, Jeff.
Airport.
Hi,
Hi, Jeff.
You alright, love?
Is your TV working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does the sound card work good?
Yeah,
That's what I said.
I was in Argos last week, and I say,
Oh, you
Jeff,
see, yeah.
yeah, I was getting a little rechargeable vacuum cleaner. We might be doing
Doing what?
the school. Is the
Ah.
George Jarvis also in Cornwall? The Ancient Ram Inn.
Which is basically Jamaica Inn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is down Bodmin. I've been there many times when I lived in Cornwall, so it's really nice there. And we took the kids down there recently when we went down to Cornwall, and they loved it. And it's got a very buzzy atmosphere in there, but it's a very nice atmosphere. It's not like like you're welcome, but you feel like people are watching you all the time.
The old Smuggler's Pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good video on YouTube about it if you want to see the history of it. It's really in depth.
I refuse to even go in at all.
I mean, I always get I was down Lobster Smack earlier today, Cansley. I always get a weird buzz around now. I mean, we did do me Tracy and Ricky did a little stint down there some years ago. It was just a weird vibe down there.
I used to get a buzz in the ship, but you can't get in there because it's abandoned, isn't it? I don't know if they've redeveloped
The
it yet.
ship? What, down seafront? That's
The
cool.
ship.
It's flattened.
No, the ship, down Lee. Lee brought.
Oh, that's getting redeveloped.
Oh,
So-
there's people in there redeveloping it
Yeah.
now.
Well, okay, well, because when
There's the
we were in
Golden
there,
Lion.
when it was open,
Mm.
we used to go in there and it was a very eerie pub, that was.
There's the
Um,
Golden Lion
oh,
on
hang on.
Victoria Avenue. That's
It-
closed. That's been closed for a long time between the
What?
Spread Eagle and the Blue Ball.
Yeah, that was the Carmen Connection took over that
It's
place.
still there.
Is the
isn't
Spread
it?
Eagle shut now?
No.
Alright.
Well,
No,
my,
the Spread's
uh,
open.
That's in Hadley.
My
Was
friend's
that
friend
Bedford
owns it.
somewhere?
What's that?
Carmen
Because that one's
No,
got a lot of history.
They might have moved
Oh, really?
there. The Carmen Connection,
I
they
think
used to
that's
have,
there.
weirdly, they used to have that
Ask-
gym around
ask
the
your
back of
friends
the
if there's any
grave.
activity in there. It might be
Oh.
good just to do a quick
Well,
Right in there, yeah, I
one
know.
in there, you know?
Yeah, my mate, that's where my
The
mate.
SAS gym.
Because every time I drive past
Yeah.
it, I'm always looking at it because there's old railings, the old slider shutters. Remember by the door?
Mm.
Is it Spread Eagle or the Blue Bar? I keep getting mixed up.
the Blue Ball is
The
the big
Blue-
one on the corner.
So it's a Spread Eagle,
Right,
the
and then
one,
there's the Golden Lion, and then there's the Spread Eagle. So if you're the St Mary's Church is behind.
which is the
it.
one between the estate agents.
And
That's a spread.
Is that the Spread Eagle, the one in the
and
middle
Yeah,
then
that's the
next to it is
with the old
Golden Lion.
concrete front on it? You
yeah,
used to have the big wrought iron
oh, I
slide
don't remember that.
concertina. Yeah, it was there for years. Always felt like someone was watching me when I pulled up the lights there. I look over and you got the estate agents on the right hand side on the corner,
The
going,
school
Yeah.
was in
Yeah.
King.
and the wet one there. You always sit there and you'd think,
Oh, was that Kingston? Kingston
Kingston.
or Kington, or was that Kingston?
Kingston.
But Kingston's out of London.
yeah, Kingston's in
Um,
London. Yeah.
Well, I've got a question from Tim. If you believe in the afterlife, are you religious?
No, it's got nothing to do with
It's
God.
got nothing to do
With God.
really with that, is it?
Happens
It's
to
got nothing
everyone.
to do with that. I mean, it's everybody who is on this planet.
I mean, each religion has their own view of what the afterlife is, or heaven, or
Yeah, they have their
hell,
own.
if you want to
They
call
have
it.
their own. What's they called? They have their own.
Braintree,
Doctrine.
Darren
Yeah.
Nichols' slogan. Oh, okay.
Ah.
The spread eagle in Braintree
Mm.
was Darren Nichols' local.
So going back to 10, the way I see it is that you don't have to be religious to believe in the afterlife. Religion is a choice, where the afterlife is a belief.
No, the afterlife happens. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no matter
exactly.
what you
It's a
believe.
belief
It
because
happens,
you
yeah.
believe that you're going to go there. But with religion's a choice. You make the choice if you want to be religious.
But a religion says that if you don't believe a certain way, you won't go to heaven. The afterlife is simply the afterlife. No
Yeah.
matter what religion you are,
Afterlife.
or whether you
Yeah,
believe
but
in it or not,
I
we're all
find-
going to end up there.
I find that a bit controlling, don't you?
What?
When they say, if you believe this or don't believe that, you're not going to go here, you're not going to do this.
That's
That-
what
that
religion
is
is
our
for. That's the
opinion,
whole
yeah.
point of religion.
Yeah,
control.
This is our opinion.
Only our
Um,
opinions.
Yeah,
We're
these
entertained
are our opinions.
Fear and control.
Yeah.
And it is all about
If
It's
you
always
keep you in
been like
fear,
that.
you keep you controlled,
Yeah.
which is like a lot of
It's
things.
always been like that.
I remember
Don't
when I was a
change the
child and I grew up in the Sally Army,
Oh,
and I remember a bit of the Bible that said, "For I am an angry and jealous God."
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I am a jealous God.
If you're
This
angry and
is
jealous,
always
why would I
trapped
want to
in
worship you?
purgatory. No, they're not.
What's that?
Do you think the Essex Boys is trapped in purgatory?
No.
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 Oh my God, no! Pat is just not the person I'd have expected him to be.
No, even me, after the previous
Yeah.
experiences I had.
Jake said, what?
Same as you, Jake. I'm not
Dude.
religious and I believe in the afterlife.
No,
Yeah.
me too.
Well, now, we did have an interesting situation regarding it at Manston.
We
You know
had,
the Polish pilot?
we had an
Polish
an
one.
The
instance
Polish pilot.
at
Yeah, not Polish.
Manston,
Mhm.
at Manston
Mr.
where
Sheen.
we come across a spirit, if you like.
Yeah.
I'm sure Adam will explain.
Yeah, so
I'm very good at that.
I think it was our last vigil we did at Manston, where the Rudy Ring was. God, that thing was going mental.
I'll tell you, I've never seen anything like this.
No,
It's gone mental.
It-
Mental.
we-
Absolutely.
it was going over one of the girls.
He
and-
says, "Oh, put it over her head," and he's gone.
Is that like when it went up like that?
Yeah.
Back then?
Yeah,
true.
but it was actually going over his. He actually got it to go over the girl.
Blimey.
It-
holding on.
yeah,
But that is quite, when you've got it coming at you, it's quite daunting to sit there.
Yeah, because you
I'm
can't.
thinking if I don't move, it's gonna.
yeah, you're going to be off the chair.
Yeah.
So yeah, now this pilot, he was Catholic, wasn't he? Remember that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were talking about
Yeah, we was talking about
Catholic, the church and everything.
church. Yeah.
And my app started kicking out pagan. Of course, I've got a pagan symbol on my neck. When I asked, was that comment anything to do with me? And I think it was a
He didn't particularly like that. Did
no. He didn't particularly like the fact that I have pagan symbolism.
They don't St. Peter's on the wall.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love that place. It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
1.2 thousand. I didn't. 1,200.
1200. Yeah, it's
Oh,
1200.
We done that. We done a live there and
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I've been now to St Peter's inside twice.
we've got a video up already,
Yeah.
Jake. Like, I think 2 videos actually on St. Peter's on the wall, haven't we? So
Yes,
one of them's
yeah.
got Rudy's drone footage and Adam's drone footage. Then we done an investigation inside.
Haunted Earth have done an investigation about 10, 15 years ago, and I was with them at the time. So yeah, been a
I-
lot of.
I did a bit on the grounds back when all the COVID restrictions on because they had to lock it. So we just did the grounds at the time. The last time we went back was on the Easter weekend.
And we had the pagans doing
2021.
singing, didn't we? The villagers.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Oh, that was beautiful.
They-
That was
they-
beautiful. That was. Yeah.
Jake, we went there last Easter, as Adam was about to say, and we turned up. We couldn't get in there for about 40 minutes, was it?
Yeah.
because they would do it. They were singing carols or
In Latin.
in Latin, and it was so beautiful with the acoustics. We were sitting outside listening to it. It was
The
amazing.
resonance in
harmonics.
there, mate. The harmonics and resonance was just out this world. It really was. Really good.
Yeah, I haven't used my drone for quite a while. I might dig it out
Yeah,
this
don't use it in the
weekend.
water though, mate. Will you?
Well,
Best not use it while you're wearing Crocs. Don't wear it while you're wearing Crocs and you're near water,
They
please. Don't.
They
Yeah.
don't go too well in water, mate.
No.
You know?
well, technically mine didn't go in the water when in the mud. I just couldn't get to it. Then
Some-
it ended up in the water when the
Somewhere a
cyclone
year
hit.
later, it's probably floating down the Thames. It's probably at Richmond now. It's probably at Richmond.
No, I
somewhere.
like it. It'll end up in the river crash. What's that? So 3 years later, covered in seaweed and barnacles.
And how amazing if it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Battery's still charged.
That's good. It would be, you know, a miracle.
Yeah, I could do with the battery back. Yeah, it'd be nice. But
Anyway.
yeah, I do need to dig mine out. Well, now I've got clearance from the Facebook group, the marina. I can give it a fly.
I can do it as well. I've got the
Yeah,
I've got the mini
Mini
Pro
3?
now. Pro.
yeah, you got your Mini 3. Yeah, I can't really want to dig it out because it's just been sitting there languishing. But yeah, where I live, it's I sort of have to check that the other berth holders are happy for the drone to need to fly my drone up. So I've got to clear it there, make sure they're okay with it, and then I'll give it a fly. Because there was a situation about a few weeks after I moved on to Marina.
Was it?
Yeah, I was up in the office.
Oh, you told me about that drone
Yeah.
going over there.
And I said, yeah, we had a drone flying about. Was that yours? I went, no. I said, I haven't flown it yet because I'm not on the bloody page. Because after what you said about checking with the other berth holders before you fly it, so yeah, I've been true to that word. But yeah, we'll give it a go.
What we do, put a notice up there on their bulletin board saying, I'm thinking of flying a drone. And,
We are
you
going
know,
a bit off topic.
objections.
Yeah, we are.
But
Yeah,
then again-
so
We are going off topic, so
We'll talk about this afterwards.
yeah. Just briefly, I'll just clear it with the other berth holders. Can I fly it? If they say, yeah, we're happy, don't take pictures of this thing, and I'll give it a quick fly around.
But what I want to say is, I mean, I know we're going off topic, but using the drone to take an aerial view of a haunted, say.
Totally. When we done St Peter's on the Wall, your footage and Adam's footage.
No, I'm
brilliant.
talking about like any like old castles or any old forts or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you've got Hadley Castle footage, but I don't think you ever used it, have you?
Good night, Jeff.
I've
What's
got-
that?
Oh,
I've
bye,
got-
Jeff.
I've got the footage of that.
No, Jeff. You didn't have any footage, did you? You never used that footage, have you? You know when we was over there with the kids, and you was over there with your drone.
Oh, what, that first time when
You
it was over
never
Hadley
used that
Castle?
footage, did you?
I can't remember what I've done with it.
I've got the footage.
I have got footage of Hadley
Right,
Castle.
Doing an orbit around.
Yeah.
and-
There is footage on the channel of
But
Hadley
anyway,
Castle.
but like we say, I mean, there are a few places around that obviously you can use technology. And, you know,
It's
to
another
do,
aspect, isn't it?
it's another branch of
It's
it.
just another tool. It
Another
just
tool
gives
to
you.
use, you know.
I mean, I use it extensively on the on the Brettenden, the Essex board murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah, because again, that was something no one had done before. Is give an aerial shoot of the whole area of Workhouse Lane, Rectory Lane, you know, the fields and the lakes. You know, that drone shoot. The drone footage I got, Crime Centre Courtroom used a lot of it, and obviously I used it for my own.
They
ends.
actually promote you. And
Yeah, yeah. I think
Because we need to do some aerial footage of the abandoned house in Malden.
I've done it.
You have done it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
first time I went there.
I'll go
Why
next
did we
one.
do Nazareth House before it got
Couldn't go
bulldozed?
in,
We
weren't
should have
allowed
done that.
Yeah,
You
We're
know.
allowed in there.
it got knocked down before I had a chance
Well,
to
And it
touch
should
it
have
up.
been bulldozed. It was a listed building.
There was a couple of groups that actually got in there unofficially.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got through doors that
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
And some of that footage on YouTube is really good.
Yeah, it was even on bloody Evening Echo. Urban
That
Explorers
would
in
have had
Nazareth
some.
House.
That would have had some weird energy.
Well, I
in
took
there.
footage
It went
of-
on
it has
the-
been
Right,
right.
you know, when I'm with
No.
the young kids. And
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Still
I-
read
The
it.
nuns.
Yes.
It was an orphanage for a little while, wasn't it, as well?
We thought
Yeah,
the same. We
still
should have
done.
done. Yeah. It just went so quickly. I think they'd done it before anyone had a chance to go. Wait.
I wanted
Oh,
to see
yeah,
the
should have done.
grand, like the Grand Hotel.
the Grand
Yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah, that's a good one in Lee, isn't it? The
Mm.
Grand Hotel.
Yeah.
It's all done now, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
not
Well,
finished.
they face
Yeah,
it's
I've
flash, isn't
finished
it?
it.
It's all flash now.
I don't know.
Flash, isn't it?
The builders-
It's turned into flats, yeah.
Really?
That's the one on the hill before you go down by the station, isn't it? It's the one that's on the
I mean,
hill.
It's on the bend, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, it depends. It's been signed off. If it's
It's
been,
not finished yet. The builders come into work.
oh, do they?
Yeah. She's going to chat.
Yeah, do it.
Please have a chat. That'd be good.
Yeah, because I mean, the other thing is, if it hasn't been signed off, you may still need to go in with
The people that are
the safety of the PPE.
Hard hats and
Yeah,
Yeah.
We thought
my
the
CSCS card
same
nonsense
as-
expired.
We thought the same as we
Should have
should
done
have
it.
done
Yeah,
They're on
yeah.
about,
for
Nazareth House.
Nazareth House. Yeah. But yeah, I've just got this overwhelming feeling that the energy hasn't gone anywhere.
Why would it?
Well, no, of course it won't.
No, sometimes it does with some buildings.
there's going to be a lot of haunted
But it
houses.
will just
in
be
there.
energy. It won't.
Are they doing flats or houses?
It's a school. It's going to be a school for children.
So that's going to be a very haunted
It's a
school.
Jewish school.
But there is
Where?
a church.
Nurse's house.
You say that on the
Nurse's
sign.
house. Yeah,
We
it is.
looked at it today.
There's a churchyard right behind.
Yeah,
the
because
cemetery.
there's a cemetery in there.
Yeah.
There's a cemetery in there.
Yeah, I
as well.
took photos of the gravestones.
But can
I was
you get in
asked to.
Can you get into that cemetery still?
Yeah, it's open, isn't it? That church and churchyard.
Yeah, I think so.
Would it be a good
I'm
idea
sure
to do a
it
is.
little
No.
vigil there
No.
or investigation the other night?
No, it's walled off.
You can't get in there.
Church.
What, the
Not-
church?
What,
The,
Nazareth
oh, the
House
actual
behind
church
it.
behind it. Yeah,
It's
you can.
directly.
You
I
can
think,
get in
isn't it
there.
back onto it?
There's
You can
you've
get
got
in there,
yeah. I mean you've got the cemetery. There's a big cemetery there
Yeah.
which you can go into.
So we
Yeah,
shall we
it's
go
on that
down
road.
there?
Mm.
It's
Let's
on
see what we
that
pick
road.
up.
Oh, by all means, yeah.
Yeah, we can take a look, can't
Where
we?
they've
But-
disturbed everything, it might. I don't know.
Yeah, there might
I
be a
think-
lot of anger between, a lot of energy, high
Check
rise
it
energy.
out.
I'm sure there's one within the grounds of Nazareth House.
There is, because
That's the one I'm talking
I was
about.
Oh, quite so.
I was asked to take a drone footage of the nuns' graves there
Right.
by Ancestry company.
Yeah.
It was run by the police. And they've got a meeting, I'm going to go to that because they're going to use my drone footage in their magazine. So,
Right.
But besides that, we ought to do, like you say, the church, Karen. I think that's
That's what Jake was just saying.
Isn't it?
I mean, if you'd be up with it, how about we do?
No, we do it
just-
together, Jake.
we,
Yeah.
we do a collab between us.
Yeah.
We'll get access to the church behind. If we can get access to the
Sure.
graveyard inside the actual grounds, that'd be even better. Because as you just said, I just said the same thing. That I think that the energy's been disturbed. Because obviously Nazareth House, we know the history of that area, the orphanage, the nunnery. We know what went on there. So
Yeah.
I think we'll get some good information, good investigation on that.
The fact is, if they were to do to go on that,
Yeah.
where have they gone?
That's a very good point.
But isn't there a certain law
So-
that
Well, so no, because they
if
get
it's
rid
a
of
certain
stuff
years
and then
old, you can actually remove the headstone, remove the grave,
Mm.
and just dispose of it.
Yeah, but
That's been years.
you said it was a listed building, didn't you?
I think it's
Yeah.
something
It
like
was though. It's
as long as
not
there's no
there,
next
is
of
it?
kin of the actual body, no next of kin or no family, you can move the body
Yeah,
apparently.
but say there's a plot of 20,
Because they did
Yeah, I
that.
agree.
and
Yeah,
some
Jake.
of them aren't all like that. You're not going to just be able to clear all of them,
No.
are you?
But they did that a lot in London
I
when
mean,
they moved a lot of
Nurse's house
cemeteries
was
to
a
build the
children's
houses.
home until
That's been all sorts, hasn't
it
it?
hasn't. Yeah, but it hasn't been like that long. I remember going for an interview there to work there
What's
when
that?
I was about 19,
That's
20.
a house.
Yeah, and it was a children's home then as well.
It's been there for years.
Mm.
Years.
Yeah,
years,
so what I'm
years,
saying
years.
is,
But it's run by the nuns, wasn't
Yeah.
it's quite possible there'll
Yeah.
be people alive now who will know who those people are. So you can't just
Yeah.
bulldoze them
No,
away.
That's
but
what I mean,
I'm sure if they uproot and then re.
I don't know if they're allowed to do that.
That's
Exhume.
that's the
I don't know if they're allowed to do
that's
that
the
without
meeting I'm
family
going
permission.
to in a few days. I'm going to the meeting.
Maybe have a little. See if we can ask who to ask.
Oh, is this one about the planning?
No, this is about the ancestry
Oh,
of
okay.
the nuns and that that were in.
Yes,
Nazareth
Jake.
House.
Yeah.
it? Isn't it you can only exhume a body within the first year because obviously decomposition starts from the
Yeah,
coffin
decomposition. Yeah, yeah.
starts and you can't move the coffin.
Mm.
So I think you can only
You just bulldoze it.
Historic. It's
or
going to be historic graves, isn't it?
yeah, but I mean obviously it's been over a year so since it's been buried.
Wait,
But I
wait,
think
historic.
that's the only way they can do it, isn't it? They can only exhume a body up to a
I'm
year
sure I've
for
heard
police or forensics. I think.
I'm sure I've read when they've done
I'm sure it
a
is.
building,
No, we can't go doing that.
they've
What's
double
that?
shot and moved.
Let's go and dig up the house.
No, I don't think so, Neil. I'm not
Sorry,
going.
not into that, mate.
No, I'm not into that, mate. No. I liked her when she was alive. I don't want to see a skeleton, thanks.
Yeah, it's a very controversial kind of thing because fancy building on. I mean, how can you build on an old graveyard? But a lot of places
But they
don't.
won't. They'll just build where the
There's a-
building was.
No, I'm sure they
Place
dig
in London.
it out and then
They might not have to. That was a big
redo
building.
it.
There's a place in London that they've recently they removed all the gravestones
That's what I'm thinking.
and they built on it.
No,
Well,
because
they left the coffins there,
that's going to
Yeah.
Oh
cause
no,
a
that's not
a
the
lot
one.
and that
of
was recent. That was like last year. I remember reading on it.
No,
That would cause a lot of
foundations go further than
problems.
6 foot down.
No, but there was tombs underneath. They filled in with concrete and
Yeah,
left them.
really, really old. Yeah.
Really old. They filled them in concrete and used them as foundations.
Oh,
That was in West London.
I don't know. Sounds horrible.
That's,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Well, that's what
I mean, that's that kind of
But they're
situation.
not in their bodies, are they? They've gone, so.
No.
Yeah, but I mean the energies. You know, I mean they could get a lot of.
You don't hang around your dead body, do you? You go
No,
somewhere
I'm not
else.
saying that, but I mean,
No,
you know,
but Nazareth House stuff.
Yeah,
that's
that's
gone on there.
Yeah.
For the people
Children
that
and
would have
nuns,
looked
yeah.
after them with that stuff have then been buried there.
Mm.
You've got both
Yeah,
sides
yeah.
of the coin
Yeah.
there.
that's what I
So
mean.
there's going to be a
That's
bit
what I
of
mean.
I think we should
Um,
do the cemetery and the church afterwards.
yeah.
The back
Is
first.
it round the back of the house?
It'd be interesting to see if it's still there anyway.
If I remember right, if I remember seeing pictures of it,
drone.
I think where the cemetery, where their burial ground was, the church was there, and the main cemetery was over there. There's a gate that goes into that part, and that should still be public right away because it's a graveyard.
Okay.
Unless of course it's a private one, and there's hush hush stuff going on there. But I'm sure you've got public right away into that, and they have to cordon it off with fences round, so you can still get into that
See,
part.
like where Sutton
can't.
Church is now a private church,
Mhm.
my dad was buried there, so they have to give access to people's
Still
families.
right away, yeah,
Yeah,
public
that are
right away.
buried,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Anyone
the
buried in a
church
church still needs to be
itself
public
is
right away.
private. It's a private church. It's not an open public church.
Probably some ritualistic church or something like that.
No, what I was going to say was, we got well, you just wouldn't.
No,
Um,
I wouldn't. But that's
Well, yeah, I
happens.
think I get what you're saying. Neil. Why would you want to do that? Now, they seem to have a lot of issues in the States with this. Building over burial grounds, particularly the Native Americans. Native Americans.
So they don't care about them, do
They
they?
don't
No.
care
Well,
about
if you go by the original film Poltergeist, Poltergeist was based on
Yeah.
an actual factual event, not
Yeah.
the ghosts and all that, but the
building
building on a
over
cemetery.
burial grounds.
They
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
took all the stones off and just built over it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not good.
And-
But that's what Poltergeist was based on.
Yeah, but there's. If you watch A Haunting, there seems to be a lot of that going on.
Yes,
Where
yes.
they built on even Native American,
Consecrated,
yeah, Native American land.
yeah.
Even when you've
Not
had
now.
the American Civil
Not
War.
yet.
When you've had the Civil War as well,
Yeah.
the same things happen, and it's just for whatever reason it's just churned up energy, or it's angered whatever spirits were
Mm.
linked to that area. We can't say why or how, but maybe it's a disrespect thing.
But I know you're saying about the ghosts don't hang
What-
around
what-
cemeteries
yeah.
and all that, but it's actually if it's
They don't.
disrespected and not,
But it's
something's
only-
happening.
It's only disrespecting it because we believe that. I mean, to be fair, before we came up with the idea of burying someone somewhere and dedicating their body to God, you'd just drop dead and be left there, and you'd just
Yeah.
become animal feed and nutrients in the ground for a tree to grow.
Worm food, yeah.
The whole thing about a graveyard being sacred
Commercialisation.
comes from the church, and we know that the church is organised to control.
Yeah, that is a good point as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
If we were still back where we were part of nature, because we forget that we are, and we separate nature here and we're here when really we're the same. We'd be like everything else, drop dead, stay where you are,
This is only my
back into
Yeah.
the soil.
very narrow-minded opinion, but wasn't commercial funerals all meant out for just that?
Probably,
Basically,
yeah.
stick you in the ground,
Yeah.
make lots of money
Yeah.
out of you for burying you in the ground.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean that's the church's take on it, because it's again money,
Yeah.
control. That's our opinions. But then church isn't, or the Christian, the Christianity thing and the offshoots. That's not the sole religion in the world.
It's not,
So-
but most religions
Most religions are
believe
like
that
that.
your body needs to be whole.
Yeah.
So, for example, I think it's Muslims traditionally they'll have the grave will be lined with bricks,
Yeah.
and you have to have every part of you because you sit up to greet your God.
but you won't be here, James, so it don't
James, I
matter.
won't feel
I
it,
don't
mate.
If you want me to put my humoristic spin on it, I want to be putting one of those garbage compactors like Superman. I've got a 50-50 chance of either becoming out a superhero or getting crushed for life. So
It's really good.
Oh, I see.
50-50 chance.
Yeah.
What is it? John Keating said in Dead Poets Society, "We are food for worm, boys."
We are food for
Basically, oh, yeah.
One day, each and every one of us is going to turn around and stop breathing.
We turn into worm poo.
Yeah.
So it is. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of the religions in the world are like that. It's a control, thing. The burying whole.
Yeah.
What would you say? Going back to the Native Americans, and the more ancient people in the world. Yeah. So we've got the Native Americans, we've got the Australians.
The indigenous.
Yeah, who don't follow
Aboriginal.
controlled religions, but they still believe in an afterlife,
Yeah.
and they treat the
bury
body of the person that's deceased accordingly.
And they'll give the body things to take with them
Yeah.
into the afterlife.
Same as the
Yeah.
Egyptians.
That's what
Yeah.
they mummified them up there.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Egyptians,
And I know the Native Americans used to bury their dead above ground.
Yeah.
Sort of not bury their dead, but plant their dead above ground, didn't they?
of course, you've got the Vikings,
Right.
When they sit around a boat and
Saxons.
set fire to
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
set fires to
different
boats, Yeah.
ideologies,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
if you're going to start building on land that other older tribes, other people saw as, not consecrated, but
But it is like that.
Isn't that
Yeah.
what they did for the native Indians with the reservations? They put them on these reservations so
Yeah,
they
put
could
them
have
in
the land.
cages. Yeah.
yeah,
They stuck them on these reservations
Well,
so they
that
could have the
again-
land for the gold, the
That
money,
again,
and the gold and the tin and copper and all that there. And they were moving old graves that people have been buried there. It's horrible.
Sorry, what they
But
did.
then what you're talking about, like Vikings, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going back to when we were nothing more than living in a cave.
yeah,
If we drop dead, we'd just stay there.
yeah.
And that's what we are, essentially.
Even going back to, Neanderthal,
Neanderthals, yeah.
That's
Uh,
that's
early-
that's-
Knuckle
you know.
draggers.
Well, if you follow the the official line on Neanderthals, and but even early humans, whilst not having a religion, believed in an afterlife and
Yeah.
preparing the body accordingly.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good question. We've all got mixed opinions on that, Jake, about
What's
the believers in God, or do you believe more the devil? I
I
think
believe in the
I
devil.
believe in what Gloria believes in, that the devil's man-made and it's a man-made trait,
So is God.
It's a main
and so is God. It's just a way of control mechanism, but that's only my and Gloria's opinion.
Right,
So.
right.
No, but I do, but no, actually, what it is.
Yeah.
But I do pray, and I do pray to God. But when I pray to God,
it's
It's the absolute.
Almighty.
it's the consciousness, which is the universe and all of us. Because when we die, we will just go back to
I
that.
think we call it the absolute. It's the absolute.
No, but
Yeah.
I know I said I'm not religious, but in our church, we would say, "Dear Heavenly Father, divine life."
So a church
Yes.
is religion, isn't it?
I don't like calling it a religion because
I
it's
mean,
nothing to do with what you
But
believe.
it's a bit.
Every other religion
sort of-
says if you believe this, you will get that. If you do this, you won't get that. Ours doesn't say that. It just says, well, this is what's going to happen. You can come in or you can't. It makes no
To
difference.
me, my
We'll
church
see you
is
over
here.
there.
I do believe in one creator, the absolute, which is basically made up of the heavens, the universe, everything, all matter, energy.
I believe
There's
in
one
the
creator,
creator
great
To me,
energy.
if
That's
you want to
it.
class that as God, then
Yeah.
that's something we collectively believe in.
But it ain't Sky Daddy.
No.
There's no bloke on a cloud floating around going, I shall smite you.
Well, that's the imagery that's
Yeah.
been created by.
Yeah.
Again, these are our opinions. They're for entertainment purposes only, but those are how we feel religion works. The if you look at the Bible, the God, if you believe in that God, was not omnipotent. If you want to follow the Paul Wallace and the Fifth Kind, I think they're great channels to follow because he really delves in to the Bible, and there's others that are following suit now and looking at these texts and like, we've got this wrong. That what they're describing in there isn't an omnipotent being, but a physical, a physical being like us. God created man in His own image. That was literally some of the first words in the Bible. So if God's created us in His image, what is God?
I'm interested to know who actually wrote the Bible at a time when people couldn't write, though.
Yeah.
Well, writing was.
Story, wasn't it, passed down?
Well, writing
Yeah,
was.
but who wrote it? I mean, it is on.
I think
apparently on tablets.
It's probably verbal to a degree, and then.
But don't forget, it's got changed, added to, taken
No, but
away.
even in medieval times, the majority of people couldn't write. That's why
Illiterate.
churches had stained glass windows to tell the stories that they need to carry forward.
That's
down
true.
Yeah.
to future generations. So you go back even further than that,
Yeah.
the Dead Sea Scrolls. People couldn't write then, they had no
It's
idea.
picture based, isn't it?
Just one opinion. To me, I don't associate God with religion because I associate God with, obviously, I said energy and the absolute and the afterlife, this life. But religion to me is just a control mechanism because if you search and think about it, how many people died in the name of religion and war for religion?
Yeah.
More people died for that than any other thing that we
Yeah.
ever known.
Well,
That's just my
if
opinion.
we're created in
I
God's,
agree.
if we're created in God's image, right? Surely we should
Well,
have
we're
the
not.
same energies and powers.
Well, maybe that's what being created in God's image means.
Or maybe that we don't know those powers because we've never developed them.
Yeah, but then who was?
We were born with them, but
Well,
they
we
are
don't
just.
know.
Who was put on this earth to bring us up to that level?
Oh, I know.
This is the $64 million question.
It wasn't Moses. It was someone else.
When they
Began with J. Begins in J, and we're celebrating his birthday in 2 weeks.
Jackie!
Oh!
Jackie, yeah.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr, yes.
Heather.
Sorry, I know, Jesus Christ,
You
yeah.
missed
Yeah.
it.
Jeremy.
Oh,
A mixture
Heather!
of ancient
Yeah,
scrolls.
Jimmy Carr.
Jeremy. Did she say what?
Certain group. Yeah, no, well, that's precisely it.
Yeah.
My take on it is it was a bunch of scripture recording
Yes.
events, that recorded events.
That's true, actually.
Yeah,
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 that's
it-
called the
yeah,
Bible
you're
Book
right,
of Remembrance.
The way I've been now understanding it when I've been following, like Paul and the Fifth Kind and all, and others that have followed that route, is it's not so much a book to be followed. Yes, there's information in there. There's scientific information in there, and there's other. But it was a recording of events that happened 2,000 years ago.
All
But
of
it's
those
nothing to do
events
with it.
happened in one really tiny part of the world.
Yeah.
Like
Jerusalem,
really-
that sort of way,
Yeah. So really, if you look
And it's
at
spread out.
if you look at every single place that's
Yeah.
mentioned in the Bible, like Garden of Gethsemane and Eden and all the rest of it, and you can pinpoint where they are, and you can with a little bit of knowledge, I suppose. It's like a really tiny area, and then you've got this vast globe, or flat, if you believe that, whatever, that's not spoken about in the Bible.
And he is a
But
spirit.
the Bible
humbled
don't
himself
mention
and
London
became a
or Cardiff.
Well,
or
London
Beautiful
didn't exist
Lord
when
Jesus.
but I know what you mean,
He
yeah.
never mentioned
No,
other places.
So
Just
surely,
Jerusalem.
if God made the world, he would know about the UK, even if it wasn't called the UK, he would know about, I don't know, America. He'd know, yeah.
Europe, whatever you want to call it.
Never
You know
mentioned-
about the other lands.
So
it's man-made.
The Americans,
It's
right?
written by man about the only bits they understand because that is their world.
There's a good saying where I think it was in,
Pete's posted something.
what was his name? Ricky Gervais's film, Afterlife. Was it Afterlife? The one where he says a lie, he can't lie, and he tells people that he's seen God and the mansion you get when you die. What's it called? He done a film about where he lived in a place where he couldn't lie. But he told a lie and said that he said to everyone that he's seen God.
Yeah,
You know,
nothing
brilliant film.
Yeah.
And he turns around anyway when he made up and said that.
The invention of lying, you talk about that?
That's the invention line, yeah.
With David Brent.
Ricky Gervais. Brilliant film.
Yeah,
And
very
there's a
good.
certain part in that film where he turns around and said, well, the Bible's only made up for people to control other people anyway. So that part has always stuck in my head because you think, I've always felt that since a kid.
Yeah.
That it's like someone's, I tell you what, should we add this? Should we add that? Should we add this? 2,000 years ago, someone's gone,
Yeah.
Let's scare the bastards. Right, everyone will think they'll burn in hell. If we do that.
It's
That's my opinion on it.
Yeah.
So you say all that. So I watched that Eric Van Daniken thing, Chariots of
Chariots
God.
of God.
So he takes off like all these
That
different
book opened my eyes.
religions as
Yeah.
such,
Yeah.
and they all pretty much say the same thing, but in their own way.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's
They're all describing the same
over
events.
The world,
Yeah.
describing all the same.
They'll describe the same
historical
events.
back
It's
in
funny
time.
how they've all got the same statues and you
They're
know.
all a bit different, but they predominantly do the
Yeah.
same thing.
Mm.
But it's from years and years and years and years, thousands and millions, whatever years.
Yeah,
gone
but isn't
by.
it? We're only told.
It's from paintings and scriptures, but from different points of the world, different countries where they wouldn't have been able to
I agree with
come and
Peter on
meet
there.
to each other.
Created in God's image, yeah.
It's that.
But
It's
God
what we
gave
are
us-
inside. Yeah.
God gave us free will, so if God created us in His image, there's an absolute God of love, hope, light,
Like
and everything, right? Of positivity, no negative. There would be no anger, no in His.
Oh, I hope he does.
But
Because I don't want to do with us at the moment.
I believe that man's had its input into life, which has then turned things evil. Because I think we spoke about this. Man creates evil.
God created evil.
Well, man,
Well,
man
if you
creates
believe in God,
evil.
there's
Right. So anyone who
God
really
didn't tell you to
supports,
go and.
no, but anyone who
Yeah.
supports the idea of God and and perfect design, just explain to me why He created the lower. It's a fly.
Balance.
Its only purpose.
That's the only
No,
way I
its
can see it.
sole purpose is to burrow into a child's eye,
I know I've seen
lay
that
its
video.
eggs and turn it blind,
Yeah.
then fly off and die.
Bone cancer
And
in
then the
children, I've
eggs,
seen it,
and
yeah.
then but cancer is man-made.
Mm.
It comes from what we eat. It comes from all the pollutants in the world. That's something we can take responsibility for.
Oh.
We did not create the lower. God did.
I
Why?
think your missus and Peter were about to have a disagree.
Yeah, can we keep it calm, please? Because obviously that's my wife, Peter. So
Yeah.
Heather's got her opinion on it, which she would accept your opinion if you could accept hers.
Yeah.
We're balanced here. We agree to disagree. If someone's got an opinion, we don't jump on it. We accept it and express it, and that's the way we are. So if you wouldn't mind, if we can keep it neutral, please.
yeah, we don't you know, this is a free group. We don't our discussions are our own opinions.
It's a debate
It's a debate, basically.
Yeah.
We don't
without
slag
prejudice.
we don't slag anyone off or just for
Because
believing.
we all got our
differently.
own different opinions on different things. We
As I
never
said,
have a go at
I-
each other for it. We just
Yeah.
air it, and we respect each other for it. So
None of us are the same.
No.
Remember that.
No, we're not.
As I said, all the ancient texts, including the Bible, describe the same events. In my. Yeah.
What? Full of
Right,
it.
we're back on.
We're back on.
yeah, we're back
live
now. Sorry
I was just saying, I just want to point out that all.
Sorry
I was just saying, I just want to point out that all
The New Testament was
ancient
reminded us.
texts from different parts of the world.
Oh, we're
No,
back.
go on again.
Oh, we're back,
again.
and we're back in the room. All the ancient.
Go on again. Back again.
No, we're not. We're back. We're back. Honestly,
Okay.
we're back live.
He keeps flipping backwards and
That's
forwards.
buffering. Don't worry.
All the ancient texts describe similar events, including the Bible. The stories which, fortunately, thanks to the church in Iceland, managed to keep hold of our history. The history of the Norse, it's describes similar events, but it's in the Norse manuscripts. The Egyptians, the Mesopotamians, the Sumerians, all describe the same events. So
That's what I was saying with
Yeah.
the Eric Van Daniken thing.
Yeah.
With all the different cultures
That is
around the
exactly-
whole
They
world.
say
They
they
all
say the same
describe
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
They
I
just
Get
think-
the same
display
point,
it differently, but they're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Eric was literally the first one to say, "Hang on a minute," and that's what he did.
There is one aspect of this though, Peter. What you've got to remember is what you see as being absolute and right. Someone else can say that that's wrong because it's based on personal opinion, and personal
Yeah.
opinion is based on lack of experience of knowing. Because you're only based on inexperience. That's what your opinion's based on. So my opinion, your opinion, Karen's opinion, and so is Gloria's opinion, all based on our own knowledge of what we know. And our knowledge is based on a limited experience. So no one can say they're right or wrong. My wife can't say she's right, Heather. You can't say you're right because you wasn't there, neither was she.
Not unless
So
you
it's
think-
only a backs of, oh, that's your opinion, I accept it. That's my opinion. I accept it. That's the
Not
beauty
unless
of
you've
it.
lived for thousands and thousands of years.
Unless you was a vampire
Not
and you
this
lived
way.
for 2,000 years and you was there. But you couldn't. No one can say what's true because your opinion, remember this, is only based on your experience,
Yeah.
not other people's. So Rudy could have been around the world 15 times and see everything, and I could argue with him because I've been to Jamaica once. So I can argue with him and say I know what Jamaica's like when he's been there 15 times and I've been there once. Lack of my own experience makes it an opinion. So what we do on this group, we respect other people's opinions because it's only based on their
Certainly.
experience.
Certainly.
Can I just say that actually the New Testament was not written by the disciples of Jesus, only Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Acts onwards up to Revelations was written by the people. Sorry, that's my opinion.
Okay, well, if you don't like our chat, Peter, you can always find another channel.
Yes, please.
You don't have to stay here and watch. It's entirely down to you. As I said, these are our opinions. Okay, right? And no, and I'm not a vampire. I'm a
Wow,
Christian.
Hello.
what's
that a
the-
supernatural?
It was an
Death
example,
is the
Peter.
price of sin.
The fact is that if you're a Christian, you've just insulted my wife by saying you don't know nothing. So that is a very anti-Christian thing to do. So if you don't
It's also
mind,
double negative.
you can leave the live
Hang on,
and go and
hang on,
find
hang on,
another
hang on,
chat.
hang on. I'm actually quite curious to know what his
That's what I was
supernatural
just going to say.
experiences
So-
with God. Actually,
What is his?
yeah. Because as I understand it, and I grew up in the Salvation Army, and I did believe all the Christian stuff, and anything supernatural was considered evil. So I am curious about what your.
Excuse me, Peter. I went to Sunday school and Bible classes for 10 years. Right, I know more about the Bible. I've read the Bible inside and out. I used to go. I know about the Bible, but I choose in my God-given right, as an individual with free will, not to agree with it. Thank you.
So what was you saying about the New
Anyway,
Testament?
sorry, come on.
I was just saying only the
What's
first.
his supernatural experience?
Only the first 4 books of the New Testament are written by the disciples. Matthew,
Matthew, Mark, Luke and John.
Yeah.
He's had a supernatural experience with God, but he hasn't said specifically what that is. Which
Yeah.
we
Could
will
you
go-
explain what your supernatural experience, other people inspired? I don't need to read the Bible to know what skills God has given me. What paths I've been led down. My path is to raise other people, and I know that. But I didn't need a Bible to tell me that.
To
I
love
use
someone,
my gifts I use in the best ways I can.
to love
Well,
someone,
if
to
you
accept
know
someone, and to
How
help
much
someone,
about the Bible, you know your wife's wrong.
and to have an act of kindness in you. Right, a random act of kindness is what the
Okay,
ark.
okay,
It's been
so-
used everywhere. But to be loving towards someone, to help someone,
Yes.
is a godly act.
Yeah, we want to hear your experience.
We'd love to.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to.
Come on then.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to be on the fence, if we're on the fence with everything.
It's hard, that's his wife. He's going to feel a bit.
Yeah, no, I get that.
We'd like to hear your
Should we just chat
opinions,
between
obviously.
ourselves while he types? Because it's all gone quiet now.
Yeah.
What not you going out for
So what was you saying about the Bible? The Old Testament? I missed what you were saying.
me?
The New Testament.
Is
So the
written
new,
by, who's
no,
it
no,
written by?
so the new, the 4 of the disciples, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John wrote those 4 books.
What, the Old Testament?
No, the New Testament. The first 4 books of the New Testament, then you've got Acts, and then it goes all the way through to Revelations. They weren't written by the disciples. So it's the same story
We're standing right in
from
front of
different points of view
Seen a lovely bird.
of 4
So
disciples.
what was,
So I was just saying, because he said the New Testament
but
was
isn't the Old
All I
Testament,
can see is your
I
backside.
mean, when reading the Old Testament, it was,
There we go.
it was a darker version of the New Testament, because it was all biblical fire and brimstone, wasn't it, the Old Testament?
yeah,
So it's
it's all
very,
about
very
being.
biblical and
yeah.
very, what I call very,
It's actually
So,
quite
I mean,
horrific because God killed or
I
commissioned
was
others
about
to
to
kill
say,
upwards of 2.3 million people.
this,
Like,
this,
a
this
genocide.
all-knowing and all-loving God
Yeah, yeah.
was responsible for the deaths of 2.3.
I find the
Yeah.
paragraph you said, and I believe this, it says in the Bible,
I'm a cruel and jealous.
I am a
God.
cruel and jealous
Not
God.
angry, cruel and jealous. Yeah.
So, I'm not being funny. If he's all seeing,
yeah,
all
we
knowing,
go.
then surely.
I was a high-ranking drug dealer, living against the life,
So doing all kinds of
sin,
sin. I
literally
literally
worked
worked
for the devil,
I travelled the
traveled the
world.
world.
and her friends and business partners. So you're a born again Christian, presumably then. Okay, what happened?
What happens to change your life?
Are you alright if I shut the door because it's a bit chilly? I'm just staring at the screen, it's all got really
I
quiet.
know.
We can sing for you while Pete types.
I don't think they'd appreciate that.
We could do some carols at Christmas.
No, I would definitely the whole world. I
Get
know I would.
Yeah.
Everybody's got individual beliefs, haven't they?
Of course,
Yeah.
You're always
The
going to
thing
tread
is, if
someone's
someone-
toes.
But if people, the thing about this life is we're all just trying to get through it as best we can. If people need God and the Bible, then knock yourselves out.
And everyone at the end of the day predominantly
Some
wants
people
the
need
same
sugar.
thing. Everyone wants the same thing.
Yeah, I need chocolate to get through life, to be fair, so. Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
He's probably typing X Navigator 01. I can't see the screen.
I can't even see.
I can
click
see
from
it.
there.
I can be the
Oh,
reader.
2020 vision.
No, I haven't.
But-
I can't read. It's
Are we-
getting further
here
and
it is.
further away.
Oh,
Right, okay.
I hung around with a lot of Muslims and got into
Islam.
Islam a little, but then I got into it where I was going to convert.
One night.
One night I had a dream I was outside my house. I live on a main road and I seen, oh, that's a cliffhanger, come on, come on!
And again, it depends what you've been brought up with, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But given that, you might then have had it forced on you and not agree with it, but had to live that lifestyle.
Yes.
And then you've got to then shake that off
Yes.
where
Yes.
you're conditioned.
Yes.
It's a very
Well, there's a lot of
personal, experienced.
us have been conditioned throughout the years,
Yeah.
Of course
you know, and it's very hard to accept beliefs that you don't agree with as well.
And it might conflict with your family as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, we've all got free will. We've all got our belief system.
But I think
we don't
what we
force
need,
it on anyone.
no, but what we need to remember is where Paul's angry about this guy talking to Heather that way. For this chap, God is as important to him as Heather is to Paul.
Yeah.
I just think it got a little bit personal. In
Yeah,
a
it did.
couple of
Yeah,
places.
you shouldn't have, but
Who's that? What the conversation you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
you get it on Facebook all the time.
That's what I mean. You're going to get that. It's social media. You're going to get that.
Yeah, but Paul was cut for Heather, wasn't he? So
Well, yeah, I can understand that.
exactly.
We don't know who they are. I know
And again, you don't know their experience.
we don't know their
as to why they
experience.
might
Don't
be
know
that-
nothing about them until we understand that. Then
Which we
Be
are
a
now
different-
understanding.
then
There we
we get the
go.
fish.
Oh.
isn't it?
Thousands of
When I was
Seeing
listening
thousands
to
of
praying in the
businesses.
middle of the road, I was dressed as one of them and began to pray with them. And I heard a voice that shook me. The voice said, "You're betraying Jesus over and over." Okay.
That's very profound. Yes, yes, I'd say.
Back in the room.
just having the explanation.
Yeah.
Of,
Okay.
So I'm not minimising what you said, not at all. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
No, not you, Ian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So, playing devil's advocate, pardon the pun. How do you know that wasn't just your voice in your head?
Hmm.
I'm not saying it was. I'm just asking. Like, had you had any thoughts previously about maybe Islam wasn't right for you, and you were thinking about Christianity, or I don't know, you read the Bible or something? I don't know. Was there a reason why that might have happened? I'm not saying it wasn't a supernatural event. I'm just curious.
Or maybe it was a kind of supernatural event. You don't know, do you?
Well, the
Is it
beauty of
supernatural or is it actually natural? We keep calling everything supernatural, but really it should be the most
Well, it
natural
might
thing
be
in the
natural.
world.
It's
To
an,
communicate
Here
with
we go.
spirit
Yeah.
and then again,
Oh,
and
and
then
then
I looked up.
You have to read it out. So don't.
Okay, again,
Did
then
you
I
read
looked
it?
up at the sky and I seen Jesus Christ coming down from the sky on the wings of two angels like it describes in the Holy Bible. I never read the Bible before this, and the voice,
He's going to describe what you asked him.
yeah.
But
I feel like we should be entertaining people while we're waiting for the typing though.
But the beautiful thing about humanity is, right, we've been given a choice called free will.
We've
Yeah,
just said
exactly.
that.
We've just
Just
said
like
that.
that.
So you've got a right to believe in God, Jesus, anything you want,
Yeah.
right? Because there's nothing that says that you're a bad person because you don't believe in the Bible. There's nothing that says, as long as you don't do
Well,
two
no, there
things,
is. It
you
does
don't
say
cause
that.
no harm or cause no loss to anyone, then you ain't breaking any spiritual or
No,
universal
no,
law.
no, no, that's not true. In the Bible, you have to give yourself to God. You have to surrender yourself to God and bring Jesus into your heart
But
and
my
accept
argument
that
is-
and accept that you're a sinner because Jesus died for our sins. God sent him
Right.
to die for our sins. That's
you
the
know
point of
my make
Christianity.
on that, right?
I do. So what I was going to say is, I know this guy was rude about Heather and I really paid you off.
Yeah.
But for him, God means as much to him as Heather means to you. And
Yeah.
that's the thing.
But-
He shouldn't have said it, but I'm just saying. That's,
What he
Yeah.
what he sees is his interpretation. I see God in a different light, but in the same
I
way.
We
know.
know that.
Was it powerful? It shook me, and I'm man enough to say I woke up sobbing like a baby from that day on, I changed my life. Jesus Christ is real, and believe me, and I'm only trying to tell you as it is my. But there'll be more.
That's Jesus. You said God, supernatural experiences.
Yeah, but ex-navigator. The thing about God is the Trinity is Jesus, God, the Son, God.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So they're all one and the same, really.
I've had a similar experience to,
I'm just waiting to be at the end of
Peter.
this. Yeah.
yeah, I had a similar experience
Really
to
want
him,
it.
but I haven't told anyone that.
You remember what I said about?
My age.
I mean, I was 10 years old. St Andrew's Church in Walthamstow. And Michael Land, brilliant vicar. He was absolutely amazing. But he'll always let you speak. And I remember on Sunday school we were talking about the crucifixion, the resurrection and stuff like that. And
As a
when
Christian,
he
to
said-
preach to all.
sorry,
And save you from hell. Sorry, I came across a bit strong, but I know what I experienced, and I know it was real. Now I get visions, and I've prophesied a few things that have happened and come true.
And you say what ones?
Okay, what like little things for like your family and like your friend group, or big stuff
Bigger, yeah.
that's happening like across the world. Sorry, you were saying, Paul.
it's just sorry.
Oh.
Well, that's it.
Oh, no,
I
it's
believe in
Jake.
God or Jesus. I'm not a bad person. Totally
Well,
agree with
that's
you.
it. I don't believe in God or Jesus, but I'm not a bad person. I just prefer demonology, etc. The darker stuff.
Because with
Fair enough.
Michael
I don't believe
Land,
in demons.
with Michael Land, I remember, and I've told you the story, and I said to him, what have I done? Why am I being punished? Because some bloke called Jesus, I was 10 years old, right? So bearing in mind, I'm inexperienced. And I said to Michael Land, why am I being punished because some bloke got nailed on a cross? What did I do wrong? Why have I got to forgive?
But you're not being punished. He was now.
No, but this was
to
the way
save
that
you.
it come across to me. I was 10 years old, and I said to Michael Land, what have I done wrong to be punished and got to repent my sins, which I don't know what sins means at the time. I said, why have I got to do that? I'm 10 years old. Why are they telling me a barbaric story that it's my fault? And he said, that's the way it's got to be. That's the way we have to tell it. That was the way and he said, you've got an opinion to believe in what you want to believe.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
free will
Again,
is.
but that's how you
Exactly.
had it explained to you.
Yeah.
But somebody else might
At
have
10 years old, being told
It's-
someone's nailed on a cross
No,
doesn't
no,
mean.
no,
It's
but
not
then
a
We
nice thing.
carry the sins of our fathers. That's why we're born in sin.
Yeah.
And we can get rid of that by turning to Jesus and accept him into our hearts.
Then
Guys,
why
next
give
bit.
why give us free will?
Oh, I prophesied about the Manchester terror attack, COVID-19, and the vax,
Russian war.
Russian war after this, and I know what's coming next. It's terrifying.
Yeah,
Are you allowed to tell us what's coming next?
Yeah, please do, because we may
Because
have all reached that
It'd be
same.
and it'd be really cool to sit here and say, wow,
For
Peter
entertainment.
Santoro was
For
right.
entertainment purposes only, this is of course.
These are
Yeah.
just a few
Because
off
obviously
the
it's
top of my
not.
head.
Pete, I
Biblical
think you're right. I
sacrifice.
think
What's coming next, Pete?
there's definite
Oh,
change.
that's a real question. I'm not taking a.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the rapture event, I think
No,
everyone's
don't spoil it. I
Sorry.
want him to tell us.
These are just a few off the top of my head.
I mean, yeah, I saw the vaccine coming.
We all saw. Most of us
Well,
saw
they've been
that.
talking about that for a while.
The
haven't they?
moment, I mean, the moment COVID-19 was foisted upon us, a lot of us woke up very, very quickly on that. So
What was it, 2018 they done a tabletop exercise for it?
yeah,
They done a massive great big public announcement.
2012 Olympics.
2012
Yeah,
Olympics
ceremony.
bloody promoted
Yeah.
it.
they were telling us then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say a lot of us woke up early part of, the early into the 2020 thing, and I knew from the bat there's going to be a vaccine coming down. A vaccine will be coming down. Medical intervention.
Yes, be careful.
Yeah,
Entertainment
this
only.
is for entertainment purpose only. These are our opinions. For official medical advice,
there you go,
please
Jake.
go and
That's
consult
stupid.
doctors.
This dude means divine, so what does the demonic stuff? I'm really confused.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
This is opening up a can of worms tonight.
Yeah,
It always does when you
Jake's,
talk about it.
Jake's put his honest opinion.
It's a good debate.
Nice to get it open.
It's nice to have a debate.
But it's but everyone's personal opinion.
Yes,
Yeah.
everyone's opinion is based on
That they
experience.
hold very dear to them through
So
their life
we have to
experience.
respect that experience because you may know ABC, I might even know AB only. So what I'm saying is, you might have had more experience than me, but that don't make you better than me because it makes you more experienced than me. So an opinion is based on experience only.
And what I was
Yeah.
saying,
So we have to respect each other for it.
how you were told it,
Mm.
somebody, the guy, what's his name? That told
Michael
you?
Land,
So he,
Reverend Michael
someone
Land.
equal to him might then have explained it differently to a different child,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
your interpretation of what you're being
I was 10,
told.
how am I supposed to take
No,
it?
but it's your interpretation
Yeah.
of what you're told. We can all get told the same thing, but it's our own interpretation of what it means to us.
And the way it's
We all
told
interpret
to us
it
as well.
differently.
Yeah.
It's the
Because
way it's
we're all
told to
different.
us as
Because
well.
at 10 years old, I'm being told that I'm being punished for some bloke in the sky that says to me, I've sinned. And I'm 10 years old, I've done
No.
nothing wrong.
But that's what I mean, we all get
Yes,
Did
different.
you
Peter.
get what I've just wrote?
Yeah, Peter,
Um,
that's really
Yeah, we
good.
understand that
Thank you.
100%.
Thank
We
you for
didn't.
that.
You haven't said what you think is coming next. I'm quite
Yeah.
interested
Yeah.
to know if you.
Because
wouldn't
we may
mind.
have the same conclusion.
We
believe it or
probably
not.
have the same conclusion as you, Peter.
Mm. That's
And you're right. It is the job of a Christian to try and convert others. That
Mm.
is in the Bible.
It is,
Absolutely, 100%.
But they still have a God.
But maybe trying to reel
To
them in and
respect people's
tempting
free
them.
will.
I did right.
Oh, it hasn't
It hasn't come through.
come through.
It's strange.
That's
Oh.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah, try again. 'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah,
there
I
might be
think we
some-
might
a
miss
little
it.
bit.
YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah,
Please understand
these are
that.
our opinions.
They're only based on
They're
opinions and entertainment.
Just going to use the.
I'm just going to say quickly with the medical intervention. It was there's going to be. I just felt there was something coming down the line, and when that did, that might have more implicate. That is going to have more ramifications than what they're telling us.
Yeah.
And which it proved to be right, particularly with reproduction. I looked into that way before the medical intervention was announced. I was looking at peer-reviewed papers on stuff that was introduced via,
Medical
via the delivery of the medicine, and how that affects the reproductive cycles of both men and women.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is very correct.
That's correct, Jake. That's how we see it as well.
Yeah.
Never force our opinions onto anyone else. It's
No.
always about.
But we're not governed by a religion.
No, we're
And,
not.
all religions, not just Christianity, all religions, possibly with the exception of Judaism, it's all about conversion. Oh,
Islamic
Islamic
states over the
takeover.
West.
and the war in the UK, Russia joined together for.
Yeah, I think we're. I
Okay.
think that's.
Trouble is with the fake alien invasion for entertainment purposes only. They're not fake alien invasion. It's a drone invasion, or they are man-made
That's fake,
drones.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are man-made drones trying to inflict people into being fear for what's coming after Christmas.
If
That's that
but
vision I had.
what is
Yeah.
good?
That's that vision I had. me running around with the light chasing me.
I thought you was actually going to mention the Rhapsody event with the Phoenix
No.
and the fallen angels that are underneath. What's that river called? Not the Nile, the other one, the big.
Ladies,
No, there's
Babylon.
what is
no, there's a river that says if it dries up in the Bible, it will release the fallen
Release it
angels
then.
onto the earth. Basically called a Rhapsody event where you'll have a
Rapture.
We wet.
you'll have the mist blanket on the earth. You'll never see sunlight again and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Proper.
Euphrates, that's it.
That's Euphrates
Yeah,
River.
well
That's the
done,
one.
well done,
When that dries out, it's supposed to release
Mm.
and loads of TikTokers have done fake videos of banging with chains underneath on a dry riverbed. It's just a sand clip on it. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
they're trying to push for that top one you're saying about.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to mention
So
it,
we know all
but-
about that.
So
It's-
Peter, where do you think your
Where we're at.
your premonitions are coming from? Like, or your prophecies, if that's what you want to call them. Like, do you not think they come from somewhere other than the physical world? In which case, that is supernatural, but that's not something you're allowed to believe in as a Christian.
Drones are not drones, they're demonic.
Oh,
I don't.
think so.
They're not alien. I don't think they're demonic, but
If they're demonic, why have they got a serial number on it and someone's already got a
yeah.
footage of it?
Somebody maybe you may want to follow Stephen Greer.
He's good, he is.
Yeah, he talks a lot about fake alien invasions. And the other good thing is, I don't know if you go on X. I don't know how good a barometer it is of public opinion, but no one's buying the drones.
It's all
No one's buying it.
Peter. It's all designed to put us to scare us
Yeah.
all,
And it's not working.
like the vax, as you said. You know, all
Medical
this-
intervention.
Medical intervention.
sorry, the
Medical intervention.
Yeah.
medical
The
intervention.
vax is a good thing because it's more
I could mean a vacuum cleaner.
yeah. That's probably.
Henry,
Is it just how I think you said?
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, demonic vacuum cleaner.
when you
A
read
demonic vacuum cleaner.
Often so I'm reading that demonic Jones and you're talking about vacuum.
the vacuum cleaner, it's it's all designed to scare us and you know,
Henry.
yeah, it's all an
On
agenda.
them, yeah.
Yeah,
So you know,
demonic drones.
we'll know this now.
Yeah.
We're waking up.
Yeah,
Like-
as I
like
said,
so.
I don't know if the public opinion is like what I see on X, but no one is buying it.
Yes, what?
So whether we're having a collective
Yeah, it's
wake up.
definitely trying to scare us. I
Yeah.
agree. Watch some Christian channels. Sling.
I do watch some of
Stone,
it.
stone, stone.
Who's
Yes.
is it Rob Cheever? I think
I grew up as a Christian,
Rob
Peter,
Skeever, Rob
and
Skeever.
I'm not saying that you're like this, but I can honestly say I have never met such corrupt, greedy, sinful people in my life, and I was glad enough to escape. I was 17 when I got out of that religion, and I was going to be a preacher. I studied the Bible, I wrote assignments on it, I did presentations, and it was only in doing that I realised actually something's not right.
Yeah.
And the people that I knew were just, I would say they were
Yeah,
not.
I would say there's.
But that's
I'm
my
hoping-
experience.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're all like it.
I
This
was
is
going to
me.
say,
Yeah.
I'm thinking
In a
I could
very-
probably
in a-
put a bridge in
A
it
little church
with what
somewhere,
Peter's
yeah.
saying and what
yeah.
you're saying.
Right.
Now, there's the word of Christ and that, which I've accepted Christ, no problem at all. They're not Christians. You grew up with them. Yeah. Now there was
who's that?
Now this
Oh,
is
they're
what I
not
think.
Christians.
Yeah.
You grew up with, and then there was it was an entire church that was like it.
Yeah.
Probably the entire.
There's a
religion,
lot of
actually.
so this is the problem with a lot of churches, is that there's a lot of people in there
Yeah.
who, was it Matthew's 15:21? Which is what you're
I
saying about
forget.
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh
They
yeah.
present to you as something else, but beware false prophets, not beware.
Yeah.
Yeah, beware false prophets. I think it's Matthew 15:21, and they present to you as sheep, but they're really a wolf.
But I do have. Oh,
And
no,
there's
go
a
on.
lot of that going. From what we've seen, from what our opinions are, from what we've seen, there's a lot of that going on within church, particularly Church of England.
Yeah.
What's gone on recently? Justin? What's his face? Has stepped down, hasn't he?
I
There's
don't know.
Justin Welby.
What is he?
He was the Archbishop. Yeah.
What's he saying?
Yeah.
I had everything when I worked for the devil. Money, cars, women, everything. I
Threw it all away
Threw
for
it all away
Christ,
for
because the
Christ.
soul is priceless.
Well,
But your experience was extreme. Have you ever read The Cross and the Switchblade? That's a really, really
can I just say something?
good book. Yeah, of course you can. Sir.
I have had personal
Your
ex-
experience.
I've had personal experiences. I've seen Jesus a couple of times in my experience when I was young. He helped me. God helped me through some really, really horrific times, and so I definitely know that there is a God out there, and I am thankful to Him that I'm still here doing what I'm doing. And I'm very, very. I class myself as very, very lucky, very gifted, and so
I mean, that's the thing. We use our gifts to help others.
I use my gifts, to help others, if I can. I'm not on drugs. I don't take drugs.
I mean,
So,
here's the thing I throw, because I'm believing the cross consciousness. No, Paul is, I think you are as well. I don't know, you're in
What's that?
the cross
Okay.
consciousness,
Yeah.
which
okay,
is
That's
which
really
is to
nice.
raise.
What about-
Yeah, can I ask you what he looked like? No, I mean the pictures are very westernised, so.
Yeah, blue eyes and
Well,
blonde hair.
yeah.
Yeah, all right then.
Well,
But they do describe him as being golden, shimmering, or
Well, I
whatever.
saw-
Well, actually, there is a theory that sun doesn't mean sun as in boy,
Yeah.
it means sun.
So,
I saw him as just a massive light, and he came out of the light. It's the eyes that gave it away, and
Sweet Buddha, Jack.
the blue the blue stuff he was wearing.
So what was,
And he-
what was his eyes like?
Well, I can't. You just knew it was
Oh,
peace.
bye,
As soon as
Jane.
you looked in the
Yeah.
eyes, it was total peace. Every fear was gone, And I was under a tree, sitting under a tree, and he appeared, and he held me in his hand, and I was like a little lamb in the in the hand. It's symbolic, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course.
And he was laughing. He was just laughing. That's all I remember, really.
Yes, Ben, got to go, guys. Good chat. Yes, great to have you on channel, Jake. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll have a chat with Adam as well, Paranormal Essex, because we've been trying to collab with them as well. Because he did mention something, but he's a busy boy as well. So maybe we'll do a little. Well,
Yeah, we have to.
I'll PM you, Jake, because we had a little meal early on this year with. We got together for a meal this year, so maybe we'll try and do something. January we had a meal.
Oh, of course, yeah. Sorry,
yeah, a lot of us. Maybe we'll try and get together and do something like that. But it might be an idea. But we'll discuss that more
My fire's back in the room.
another point. So yeah, just saying, Jake. Here's my thought on the cross consciousness. All right, now
Yes, which is
it's part of all of us.
it's a powerful energy
Yeah.
that controls us.
So all
It's there for everyone, but I think because of where people like ourselves are, we tap into it more because
people interpret it in different ways,
Yeah.
don't they? And they draw what they need
Yeah.
from it.
it's something everyone taps into, and I just feel where we are with the gifts that we've. Well, everyone's gifted, but
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Everyone
capable.
but we recognise our gifts, so we're able to tap into it, and it'd just be great if
Yeah, Jake. Sorry.
if so many other people could do the same thing. We will literally be on a different level.
We're so connected with each other, and people don't realise that. And unfortunately, a lot of religions don't teach that.
No.
The one
No,
thing
no.
that I find
It's about
beautiful, right?
separating.
If you go back to 1985 Live Aid, right, the intention was set to help Ethiopia and Africa, the children, starving children, right?
Literally,
80,000 people in Wembley Arena, 100,000 people in Philadelphia, right? All on a high with all their favourite bands and music, all sending out positive energy, right? That was earth shattering. That changed the Schumann resonance. It did. And that caused so much
There's not
love.
really enough
It
people
did.
to do that.
But 80,000 people, the
You think
energy
how
that
many
gives
billions
off.
are in the world?
Yeah, that's good.
If you look at us from a cellular level, right?
Iron souls built like a warrior dressed in bright white and with olive skin, curly black hair, greeny blue, beautiful eyes.
Greek.
And sun does not mean sun. He's God. only begotten Son. Yeah, for God, so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believeth in him will not perish but have everlasting life.
So are you talking about Yahweh and Joshua then, Peter?
That sounds like a Greek.
Because Yahweh is supposed to be
But
God,
that-
Joshua is supposed to be
I don't
Jesus
really
Christ,
know
the real name's from.
Other than that, that's what that's
Turkish, maybe. Yeah.
European.
Yeah. I'd say.
Because that would go with like a Roman and Greek.
Because I got to a certain point in my life where I was a Christian, I was baptised, and I was a Christian up to a certain point in my life, and I chose to go a different path with still the values of Christianity, but not to be a preacher like Christianity. I use love and light in my heart to help people and to guide people. That's how I've always been. I've never caused no harm, I've caused no loss to anyone. So does that mean that I'm a bad person, I'm going to hell, or does that mean that?
No, Greek, Middle Eastern. No, I'm talking about Yahweh.
I think that's the
and
problem
Yeshua.
with religion, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
If you
Yahweh and Joshua.
misbehave,
Yeah.
you can still.
But
go
if you
to
go
heaven
and do,
believe in
if you do
Jesus.
malice towards people and do wrongdoing to other people, then that's wrong. You will be
Yeah.
punished for it. That's called karmic law. You will do.
Yeah.
Whether you put it into a Bible or you believe in certain ways, it's still the same thing. This is the
God
thing.
didn't create Christianity.
But this is no.
God did.
But man created Christianity. Man created religion
Yeah.
because this is only my opinion, Peter. Please don't bite on it because I'm just. Please, I respect your opinion, but all religions, as we said earlier, all religions have got a different take on the same story.
Yeah.
Right? But they just choose what parts to add to their part to make theirs
Yeah,
better.
there's something to answer when you finish. Yeah, go on.
But to make their religion better than everyone else's. To me, that's a very
Yeah, it's just
naughty trait to have.
Hearing,
If
yes.
a religion's going to say my one's better than yours because we did this and you did that, that's called telling tales out of school. It's not good. That's not godly. That's not biblical. That's not loving and love and light. We're light beings. We're beings of light. We should love each other and respect each other in a way that we should help thy brother and sister. That's my interpretation. That doesn't make me a bad person because I decided to go, I am Christian, but I don't want to follow those values. I believe my values are more helping people for a greater good.
So you're Christian, but you don't practice it.
I don't practice Christianity. I know I don't
Well,
It's
because
I
that's
don't-
my
I don't
God-given right,
practice it,
free
but
will to do
I
that.
still believe in a divine
I do.
Yeah.
light.
Christian
religion.
simply means you believe in Christ.
And as
Yeah.
That's literally what it means.
and as you
If
pointed
you
out,
believe Jesus existed, you're a Christian.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it means.
is it Yeshua that said
No
that
idea.
I am a jealous God?
God
I
said that.
don't know.
God, but it's
But
part one of
I
the reasons. It's
I am-
Yeshua.
I am a cruel and jealous God. I'm an angry and jealous God. So if you don't believe in him, you don't follow him, he'll just genocide a lot of you.
Mm.
It's pretty much what he did.
But all I'm saying is that every human being as an individual has got a right to believe in what they want to believe, as long
Whatever
as
gets
it
them
doesn't
through life.
hurt anyone
Yeah.
else and it doesn't cause no loss or
Yeah.
harm to anyone.
And no one's disagreeing with
But
that.
the problem is religions do cause loss and harm. Look at what's
Yeah.
going on around the world right now.
Christ on the cross for our sins, as long as you repent and believe in died for you and risen and forgiven. Lovely good deed.
So basically, I
So
could,
we can
I
do
could
what we
save
like
the
as
life.
long as we
I
believe
could
in
save
Jesus.
2 million people across the planet by coming up with an invention for cancer or something like that. But because I find it a bit barbaric the way they tell the story of Jesus and his crucifixion and the resurrection of Easter, etc., 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 that I'm going to go to hell because of that. Is that what you're saying? Because it's my opinion that at 10 years old, I thought that was very barbaric to tell me a story of that and blame me as a child that it was my problem. My sins were the ones, the reason why he got sacrificed. Crucified. And that's what turned me
Filthy
away
rags
from
in
it.
the eyes of the Lord.
Huh?
Filthy rags in the eyes of the Lord.
I see the Lord in
Good
my own
deeds,
way,
everything, but
in my own
filthy
beauty.
rags.
I don't see it in everyone else's way. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly
What you
say,
saying?
right, so my mum, God rest her soul, was Baptist.
Mhm.
She was baptised and confirmed. The church she went to, not church actually, Gabriel's Pitsy,
Nice
if
church.
you know it.
Is that the weird shaped one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My uncle got married there.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that come to bed.
Not far from Plumley's and around there.
Yeah, she's on Rectory Road.
That's it, I know it. It's quite modern, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was my mum's church, and it's couple of stories actually, but yeah, we'll knock this on the end in a few minutes.
Yes, we are.
It's coming up at 11 o'clock. But my mum, yeah, as I say, that's who's baptised and confirmed. The vicar there, Simon, lovely man. Really, just genuine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You get that immediate sense
Yeah.
you meet him. He's doing it for the right reasons.
Yes, there's many that do.
Yeah.
There's many that do.
Yeah, he does it for the right reason. You can tell that. And one of the sermons he was giving, and he actually said that, you know, man uses God's word for his own ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said that. So, you know, that which explains all the different denominations of Christian churches.
But if you look at different religions, I'm not going to mention those religions because obviously, but there's other religions where that word of God has been, I mean, we know the big one that turns around and degrades certain genders in their religion.
That's most religions.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
But it shouldn't be.
No, but that is most religions will do
You
that.
know, it shouldn't be like that. It's equal across the board, and
Yeah.
it always has and will be, because obviously, how can you
If you
degrade a
don't repent
woman
for your
when
sins,
woman
then what
produces
happens?
life? Woman produces life. Why
Yeah.
would you degrade her?
I know, Peter.
That's no problem,
Listen,
mate.
I
It's
know
good
our,
to
our views differ, but we've all
I'm not
accepted.
upset. So
Yeah, we've all.
None of us are upset. It's a good debate, but obviously
Yeah.
we respect
We-
each other's.
We
We've
do,
all,
that's
we've
the
all
beauty of us.
accepted Christ. It's
Yeah.
you know.
We accept Christ. In my view, I believe in God, and most of the people here do in their different ways.
Yeah.
You know, but we,
but
you know, not
but
everyone's the same.
specifically what he's saying is you need to accept Jesus into your heart because this man is a Christian. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if we believe in a God or a type of God or his God, but in a different way. We've literally got to go to the mercy seat, get on our knees and ask him to forgive us for all of our sins, or we're going to spend eternity in hell. But one of the things I learned when I was going to be a preacher, and I can't believe I'm saying this on social media, is there's a reason that they call the followers lambs. And if you think about the phrase we use for people who are not listening and not waking up, like grown-up lambs, what's a lamb? It's not someone who thinks for themselves, is it?
No.
No.
Right. So yeah, the other thing I'm just going to quickly say, as I say, my mum's passed on now.
If you don't repent for your sins, then what happens? You burn in hell,
Yep, I'm going to dance with the guy in
You
the
burn in
catsuit.
hell. You'll be crucified and
The
battered to the end of time. Allegedly,
Yeah.
according to
So
certain
yeah, just
religious
quickly,
rites.
I had I was at a very low point a couple of years ago. No, I've already, you guys all know the story,
Yeah, we
but
know,
yeah, I don't know what it was. I'm feeling really smacking low. I was expecting a visit from a friend of ours. I'd given him some video footage from a protest we went to. And he said he's going to be dropping the memory stick off. I had a knock at the door. I expected it to be him, and it wasn't. It was some people passing on the word of God. Come and talk about Jesus.
Answer to your question.
Called lambs because Christ came, they sacrifice animals to please. Before Christ came, they sacrifice animals to please God.
No, you're called a lamb because you're a follower. That's what it means.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
The congregation are the lambs, and the preacher is the person who.
The Lord
tells
is
them
my
what to do.
shepherd, as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where that, and that's
That's
what.
where it
we
comes
shall
from. The
follow.
Lord is my shepherd.
You
So
lead,
you follow.
you
Yeah.
lead, we follow.
Thou shalt not
Um,
want.
Yeah.
But he's
So
there before Christ.
yeah, as I said, there was this day I had. It was very low. I was expecting a knock on the door from my mate, or our friend. It wasn't him. It was some guys come around to talk about Christ. I'm very happy to give them the time of day. But as it turned out, they were from the local Baptist church, and they gave me a copy of the Bible. At the time, I didn't have my mum's Bible. I've got it now. And when I went indoors, it suddenly dawned on me that was Mum.
Yeah.
Being
a bit religious.
Yeah, we're just dropping in to say it's okay.
Yeah.
But you can't believe that if you're a Christian because that wouldn't be your mum. That would be a demon or the devil on your shoulder pretending.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between most religions and us.
But this is one thing that Christians believe. They believe that the demon. So anything that's not of God supernatural is a demonic. They believe it's a demonic. Everything that, like,
And yet they believe
my
everything
nan and
is
mum
of
coming
God.
through me was demonic. Our intentions, our instincts and all that, they believe it's a demon
It's
sitting
the
on.
devil on your shoulder when
Yeah.
you speak to the dead. Yeah.
It's not.
No,
Because
I know.
our soul is eternal.
Yeah.
The Bible preaches that.
Yeah.
So how can that be demonic
But the
when your
Bible
soul
also
is
says don't consult spiritualists, where it says spiritists in the Bible.
spiritual?
And Jesus apparently said don't talk to the dead.
Right. Because the dead know the truth, which is why they shouldn't be talking to us.
I have no idea.
Well, you do know you're inundated. Once you die, you're inundated with all the knowledge you have, or should have, or what you forgot in one go.
Shame.
Well, anyway, right, we're going to leave it there. It's 11 o'clock.
Thank you
Yeah,
all.
Thank you for your
we've
input,
got
Peter.
stuff sorted
Thank you
out.
for your input.
Yeah, Pete, it's been
Right.
great talking to you, my friend.
Really good. Really good debate.
Satanic Church.
Yeah.
You know, Pete, it should have been called the Satanic Church because the people there were just not nice people. They were cheats and
We're not going to mention the Crusades
they were
because that was
corrupt
satanic.
and they
Yeah.
were.
There you go. That's my
So,
opinion.
anyway,
Love and light
Pete,
to you all.
Yeah, love and light. Send a lot of you.
God bless you all.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
And he's not
Cheers,
Eat,
guys.
da, da.